A salute to one of the real gentlemen of the turf. They're ready to go. Set. Off and racing. Malagarazi missed the step a little with Dark Ambition going back. Likewise, Naughty Lord. Pure Mac was the first of them to go from the Crimson Pirate, who jumped out of the gates very quickly. Hey True Blue right there. So's Dominatus in the first four early. A length and a half behind those. Major Flirt after 1.5 to Lynchpin. Malagarazi. Dark Ambition back there in the field. Aberdeen Flyer had settled a fair way back with Watto's Warrior as well. And toward the tail is Naughty Lord. They leave the 1200 behind them, starting the run down the riverside of the course, where Pure Mac leads the way, stalking it, running second, the Crimson Pirate. 2 lengths Dominatus. It's back there in the clear third. Hey True Blue fourth in a reasonably strung out affair. Dark Ambition pulling its way around the outside, improving. Also right there, Lynchpin midfield, one away behind those also Major Flirt. Aberdeen Flyers on the go. So's Naughty Lord around the outside, taking off. Further back behind those, Malagarazi, Watto's Warrior, 600 from home here in the Lex Piper, and Pure Mac will bring them for the judge over the Crimson Pirate, and right there on his hammer, about to attack is Dominatus. In behind them, Dark Ambition. Hey True Blue near the rail, and Aberdeen Fly further back, headed the remainder at the top of the straight. Pure Mac with a handy lead over the Crimson Pirate. Pike has to go to work on Dominatus. Looked a little flat on straightening. 200 from home. The Crimson Pirate goes up, races to the lead, and dashes away. The Crimson Pirate's got the Lex Piper absolutely done to a dinner, and comes away and wins it brilliantly. Aberdeen Flyer flew late, grabbed second on the line from Pure Mac. Behind them, Naughty Lord. Dominatus gave up without much fight at all, and then Dark Ambition, Lynchpin, Hey True Blue, Major Flirt, Watto's Warrior further back, and the last to greet the judges, Malagarazi. He has plundered the Crimson Pirate today in the Lex Piper Stakes, ridden by Lucy Fiore. Stunning win. 2.5 lengths, and he's cantered home from Aberdeen Flyer and the roughy Pure Mac third, but Dominatus fraying right up at the seams at the 200 post, and dropping out of contention. Well beaten. The Crimson Pirate takes a big step forward from his last start Class 1 victory, his only victory, to winning a Lex Piper Stakes. And the way that he won there suggests that there is much more in store through the autumn for this son of trapeze artist. For Oakland Park, Neil McDonald and Carol Morton, trained by Dan Morton, ridden by Lucy Fiore. It's the Crimson Pirate that has absolutely blown them away, and gives Dan his second win in this race. He won it last with the Great Scenic Shot back there in 2006. Been a while between drinks, but he's got one here today that's certainly bound for much, much bigger things over the next month and a half. 35.10, the sectional time to hand. But a very comfortable win. He did that so well. Lovely effort by Aberdeen Flyer, charging home after conceding them a monumental head start to make up the ground that he has. And Pure Mac was bold and brave in doing it from top to tail. But all honours to the Crimson Pirate, which has won, and won most impressively. The next event, the Drummond Golf Handicap over 1,400 metres, clear of alterations. They'll go at 4:48 there. We'll go down to the yard and catch up with Tess Daly. Tess just waiting on some of the connections to make their way across to head into the winners' enclosure. And I'll no doubt be absolutely thrilled, Dan Morton, with this win today. It's a big step forward out of a Class 1, his maiden victory, and now to take a stakes race as his next victory here on the track. Tess, you've got Dan down there in the yard.
Thank you, Darren. Catching up now with Dan Morton yet again after the victory of the Crimson Pirate. Dan, Pirate, he's come a long way, hasn't he?
He really has. He's been a bit of a project. He was difficult early days. You've ridden him yourself. Probably shout out Darren Mitchell and his partner. They've done a lot of work with him as well. So yeah, a lot of people to thank, but he's becoming a man, and he's a beautiful horse.
Scott and Michael have already spoke to me, and they said sales session 2.0.
Oh, that'd be nice. And go one step further. Hopefully we didn't get to a derby with him, but we didn't win it. But yeah, he looks the real deal. He's still got to keep doing it right, but that was good signs.
We're looking into the derby now. What does his preparation now look like?
Similar to the filly, really. Earlier, just start stretching him out now, and he looks a real natural athlete. So hopefully, if he can stay there 24 properly, he'll be hard to beat.
Taking out both features on today's program, you've got a huge team behind you. I'm sure there's plenty of people to thank.
Oh, there really is. We've got an awesome outfit. Our staff do a mint job behind the scenes. There's guys back at the stables today doing all the hard yards. So I want to give a shout out to Neil McDonald too. He's down there in Busselton. He's in this horse. He's one of our luckier owners with Neville and Sue Duncan from Oakland Park Stud. So Neil, this will give him a thrill.
Fantastic result. Continue the great work yet again. Well done here, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan Morton there, and Lucy Fury's just weighed in. Correct weight. She'll catch up with Scotty.
Lucy is about to join us now. The Crimson Pirate, Lucy. He's been hard work, but the patience is very much paying off.
Yeah, he's a strange critter. He's I think what his problem is probably what makes him go as well. Like, he's just a very young, bit of a pea brain, doesn't know when to stop or when to calm down, when to focus, but it works for him, so he's going good.
As you hit the front, 200 metres to go, and all of a sudden the ears go up.
Yeah, when I got to the 200, he pricked his ears and bought for a second. Lucky we were so far out in front, it didn't stop him. But like going to the gates, he had not a buck, but he had a little hump and a play. And then behind the gates, I'm just doing circles. I'm coming back and showing at the camera later. He's a strange boy, but you love him.
And going onwards and upwards to the 18, then the 22, then the 24. Looks like he's going to be hard to beat in the entire series. Yeah,
like obviously you probably bump into Wonderfully Made at some point. But leading up to that, he's going good every time. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like.
Oakland Park are an elite operation, and this set of colours has been very good to you in these races in this series recently. Sale session last year before that, Lord Vampy.
Yeah, Neville's been really good to me, and so is his son Ben. But they breed really good quality horses. I'm lucky to have the rides on them.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Lucy Fury and Dan Morton with the Crimson Pirate taking out this year's edition of the Lex Piper Stakes. A very fashionable win here. 2, 4, 8 and 7, the numbers out of the second of our features on today's program. Yet again, short break before we head back up to Geraldton.